Hello people, and welcome back to another custom scenario on AI Dungeon. This scenario was suggested by Tankman on the last episode's comments. Thank you Tankman for suggesting this scenario. If you have a scenario you'd like for me to play in future episodes, just leave it in the comments below. Leaving a link is the easiest way for me to find it, so that would be appreciated. In addition to playing AI Dungeon the way I normally do, which is probably the wrong way, I said Teddy Roosevelt burst through the ceiling and clobber Suzuki in the face with his massive schlong. Whoops. I said whoops. Today I am also going to be attempting to justify everything that the AI says. Now if you've watched any of our previous episodes, you know that sometimes me and the AI don't get along very well, and it can be a little silly when it's writing the story. And by a little silly, I mean like Bob Marley catching an RPG missile and throwing it back at my face, detonating on my forehead, and killing me instantly. That actually happened, and if you're curious as to which episode that was in, all you have to do is scroll through my videos and I think you'll be able to tell from the thumbnail which episode that's in. Today's scenario says, can I claim a bounty in a surreal city of supernatural anomalies? I see you guys are coming back at me with the big words, but it looks like this time I was ready, feckers. Scenario setting. You are a bounty hunter named Crossbones Vondu. That's pretty badass. Your trench coat acts as an interdimensional portal that you can use to summon any gun you can imagine. That's also super badass, although I have an idea for that that's gonna make it way less badass. You have superhuman jumping ability, the ability to compress people into oh, I like my people like I like my peanut butter in jars. That's kind of gross. And the ability to scam people in order to learn their secrets. You have just moved to a city where everyone is made of shapes. Ghosts coexist among the living, monsters lurk in the shadows, and gateways to other realities are commonplace. It's like somebody's telling you something you don't care about, and I'm like, well, maybe you should go to the reality where I give a shit. And that's called getting interdimensionally roasted. You are on your way to the bounty office to receive your next mission. Alright, let's play. This sounds awesome, I love this. The sky is dark, and you were reminded of the time when Peter Venkman, Egan Spengler, and you fought the Cybermen. You used to have more friends than just yourself then. I can relate to this character more and more. I mean, not as much the part where he puts people into jars, but the part where he has no friends. I want to know what my first mission is. We should all be so lucky to have friends like that, you think to yourself as you pass by a graveyard. Well, from what I gather, you don't have friends like that anymore. You go to get your next mission. You arrive at the bounty office and you see a lot of changes. The old building is gone, and in its place is a nice modern one across the street. I don't really care about the building or how nice it is, to be honest. I just want to get my next mission so I can go put someone in a jar, okay? The only people there are a few old sailors. The only people there are a few old sailors drinking at a bar and eating chicken wings. You know it's Friday, so it's probably some outpost of an organization that deserves alcohol after work. Dude, this freaking AI is like telling me a story like a kid. I went to the office and the people were drinking alcohol and eating chicken wings, and then I found a quarter on the ground and I picked it up, but it was actually a nickel, and then I went over to the gum machine and bought gum, and then I ate the gum and I chewed it, and then it had no flavor, so I put it in the trash can, and then I went and got my bounty. Just go get your bounty. I don't care about the sailors. I don't care that it's Friday. I don't care about any of this. Just fucking give me my mission. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm supposed to be justifying what the AI says. Oops. Yeah, you know what? That was really important information that we totally needed. Thank you, AI, for telling me about the sailors. You go get your mission, I say for the second time. You see a woman sitting at a table reading. She looks up at you and smiles. Hello, she says. How may I help you? I'm looking for Mr. Foster. Again, I don't really know how relevant that was, but okay. Oh, tell me more about Mr. Foster, baby. Do you have an assignment number? No, I don't. I'm just a regular hunter. She gives you a strange look. I thought we were getting a lot more of you. Oh, she doesn't think I can handle it? Oh, I can handle it, baby. I'll take on the whole team. Wait, hold on. Don't put that in out of context, Robinson. I'm a little more successful than I once was. Yes, I've heard that. The woman at the table looks familiar. How well did you know my mother? I said, I don't know your mom, sugar tits. Now where's Mr. Foster? I knew your mother. Did I know you? You know what? This is really important to the story. I'm really glad she's trying to find my mom. No, we've never met. Now, if you don't mind, I have a busy day tomorrow. One more question. Are you a hunter? I just said literally, like, when? A few sentences ago? Literally, like, 3 sentences ago. I'm just a regular hunter. What? Are you fecking stupid? This isn't making fun of the AI, okay? I just want to make clear I'm making fun of the stupid lady who's being a stupid feck. It's probably because I called her sugar tits. She's like, oh, you think I'm sugar tits? Well, then I'm gonna be as difficult as possible. I said, are you mental or do you just have short-term memory loss? Why do you ask? Because you're insane. Why do you say that? You draw your gun and shoot her in the head. She slips over in her desk bed. Yes! Take that, bitch! I didn't even tell him to do that. He just did that on his own. Well, that takes care of her. I said, see you later, sugar tits. You put the gun back in your trench coat and walk out. You pass the 2 old sailors talking with each other. You ignore them and start walking down the street. No, dude, you have to go see Mr. Foster to get your bounty, you dumbass. I said, go to see Mr. Foster. You walk down the street looking for Mr. Foster's office. You find it after 5 minutes. It's a very modern building and you enter through the front door. I think our character has amnesia as well because we were literally just in here and he just went outside, walked around the street, came back, and went through the door that we just went through. He's gonna see the sailors again and be like, wow, these guys are everywhere. I said, go to Mr. Foster. It's crazy how sometimes you have to type the same thing over and over again before it finally happens. Mr. Foster is sitting in a leather chair drinking some sort of beverage when you walk in. You've never been in here before, so it's odd seeing him. Ah, a new hunter, I take it. I said, yes, daddy. Then you may do. What? He leads you to a bed where he begins what? He leads you to a bed where he begins undressing you. Daddy, what happened to you? Wounds of the trade, hunter. Mr. Just Mr. What? Mr. Foster is removing your clothes. You're not my daddy. Yes, I am. Isn't it good to know that someone likes you for you? Mister. Why is it doing this? Okay, we'll let it continue. Mr. Foster begins kissing your body. Your body is ready. He has you penetrate yourself? What? You begin to feel sensations that you felt before, but never so intensely. Okay, this has gone too far. I said, you pull out a gun that launches cats from your trench coat and begin firing at Mr. Foster. Mr. Foster looks at you as you pull the trigger of the gun. Each shot has a large amount of cat corpses. Oh no, they didn't have to be dead, dude. Why? Each shot has a large amount of cat corpses launched into the air. Ah, yes, I had that gun custom made for this hunt. Yeah, we definitely need the cat corpse gun. That was supposed to murder him. I said, shoot the cats at Mr. Foster. You shoot at Mr. Foster as they fly past him. Ah, someone's been training. The last cat is launched at you and you jump back, dodging the animal. We'll just say touche. Yes, that'll do for now. Mr. Foster takes a straight razor from his drawer and tosses it at you. You catch it and begin sharpening it. What? Why? Why would we need a straight razor? We have a trench coat that will literally spawn whatever weapon we want. I just said shoot Mr. Foster in the wiener with the cat gun. Mr. Foster makes a yelp every time you shoot the razor into his Johnson. Oh my god. Ah, that's not funny. Stop. I said to shoot the cats. Robinson, if you don't fucking bleep out every fucking time I fucking say then I'm going to fucking call you a fucking motherfucker, fuckface. I'm just kidding. I love you, Robinson. What do you mean you don't love me back? You have to love me back. It's in the contract. Tell me you love me, Robinson. I don't know what Robinson's gonna put between those sentences, but I just thought it would be really fun how he like communicates with me in the videos through editing. If like we had like an argument, was that funny? Should we argue more often? We can argue like an old married couple. Would that make you guys happy? You continue sharpening the blade and look at Mr. Why does it just keep calling him Mr? Okay, whatever. Well, now that we've shot him in the penis with blades, I think it's about time to get our bounty mission. So what's my mission, you say? I want you to kill crime lord Dark Stranger. What's so bad about him? He's an asshole and doesn't pay his debts. What's my cut? Half of everything. What's the job? You have to kill him. He just said that, dude. Oh my god. You throw the razor against the wall. It sticks there. Wow. What a badass thing to do. I just said consider him dead. Thanks, you can consider yourself hired. Mr. Foster hands you a small notebook computer. Here's a list of everything he owns and some pictures of his hideout. Is that it? Yes, that's it. You leave Mr. Foster's office and begin walking to your home. You've got a list of locations of where you need to go. As you make your way through the streets, you think about how you ended up in this line of work. No, I don't want a backstory, please. Let's go kill this guy and end the episode. I've already fecked around enough with the receptionist lady and Mr. Foster when I had to shoot him in the wiener with the razor blade because he was coming on a little too strong for my taste. I will not stand for this backstory. It is not happening. I'm going to progress the storyline. You go to Dark Stranger's hideout. You arrive at the hideout and take a look at the list. The first location is a warehouse complex in a less than stellar part of town. That's an interesting way of saying ghetto. I guess go there then. I don't know why we came to the hideout to look at the list and then talk about a warehouse. You arrive in an alley behind the warehouse and look up the number on the back of the picture. You head to the door and begin to pick the lock. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Alright, let's go inside then. The warehouse is dark and the only light comes from half a dozen lamps around the floor. You look around the room until you find his ordering your target sights and trigger finger. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand what that means. I don't know if Dark Stranger is in here or not, so let's just ask and be like, yoo-hoo, are you in here? I changed my mind. Instead, I'm just gonna say, honey, I'm home. Imagine that's just his catchphrase. Like every time he walks into a bad guy lair, he's like, honey, I'm home. And then he just murders people. No reply. You continue searching upstairs. You find the office and quickly check the desk. You find a picture of Dark Stranger shaking hands with someone you've never seen. You search until you find Dark Stranger. You take the picture with you as you head back downstairs and wait for your eyes to adjust. You go back upstairs and as you round the railing, you see two men standing there with guns in their hands. Oh no, we're gonna need a badass weapon to take these guys out. So our trench coat summons guns, so I spawn the most badass gun I could think of. You pull out the Super Soaker water gun from your trench coat and begin firing. They spray you with water. What the fuck? You continue trying to aim as water continues to flood the room. You finally shoot one in the leg and then the other in the chest before they shoot back. They had water guns too. It's just like everyone's like, haha, water guns. I love that this story was like, okay, yeah, it's a water gun fight, of course. Why would they need real guns in this warehouse bad guy lair? I said you drown them with the water gun. They immediately shoot back and both bullets graze your chest. You drop the gun. Ah, brothers, we meet again. You look up and see Dark Stranger smiling at you from above. Oh, that's him. That's the guy. I'm gonna kill him now. I just said, you thought I was being serious? The water gun was totally just bait to lure you out, Dark Stranger. Yes, I was only baiting you in to kill you, brothers. Bag the human and strap him to the gurney. Wait, he was baiting me while I was baiting him? There's a whole lot of baiting going on right now. We're both really good at baiting too. You might say that we're both masturbators. I said, pull out the cat gun, aka the Pussy Destroyer, and begin launching cats at them. The men begin firing back and you shoot one through the crotch. He just got shot through the crotch with a whole cat. I like this guy. Dark Stranger high fives you. I just shot one of his own guys through the crotch and he was like, nice shit. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones yet, guys. This is a really good story so far. I might go as far to say this is like the best AI dungeon that we've ever done on the channel. This is great. I said, stuff one of the cats down the other brother's throat. They gag and drop the gun. A second later, a third brother enters the warehouse with a cat in his mouth. I shoved the cat through his mouth, and then a third guy walked in with the cat in his mouth too. He looks at the two of them and then drops the cat by your feet. He's like how cats will go and they'll kill things and then they'll bring it home as like a trophy to give to you. But this time the tables have turned. The cat's the one that's the trophy. I said kick the third brother in the scrotum. He screams in pain and drops the gun. This is payback for everything, brother. You laugh as you begin unloading the cat into the third brother. Suffocate in fluffy adorableness. We're gonna give Dark Stranger the decency of choosing how he's killed since he's such a cool guy. I said, it's all over, Dark Stranger. How would you like me to kill you? He smiles and begins circling you. Tell you what, if I'm still alive when I leave this warehouse, then you will have me killed. No, actually, that makes no sense. He's just trying to confuse us. He knows how stupid our character is. Our character must be like, huh? How do I kill if I kill you're alive when leave? Huh? He's just trying to process it, and meanwhile he's gonna like kick us in the nuts or something. I'm gonna let the story continue. I want to see how this unfolds. My character said, deal. Dark Stranger heads out the back door before the third brother even knows what's going on. You drop the gun and begin laughing. No, he got away and our character thinks it's funny. I should have just killed him while I had the chance. I let our character make decisions, and that was not a smart choice by me. I said, chase after Dark Stranger. You quickly exit the building and begin running down the alley after Dark Stranger, who is more than a little faster than you. That was a really polite way of calling us slow. What kind of absurd weapon could I use this time? I said, you pull out the cannon that shoots orphans from your trench coat and begin firing it at Dark Stranger. He ducks and the orphans fire over his head, spraying you with a bunch of little orphans instead. Does it mean like the orphan guts are spraying over me when they like miss? You continue firing, but Dark Stranger manages to leap over the orphan barrage and tackles you directly. Oh, so he turned around and charged us. He was like, how dare you shoot orphans at me, and then tackled me. You say, hasta la vista, before point blank shooting him in the head with the Nerf gun you slipped from your trench coat. He falls backwards and the bullet travels through his eye and out the side of his head, blowing the front part of his brain out. He was quite literally killed good. That's so perfect. What a fitting way to kill the bad guy. Alright, let's go get our payment from Mr. Foster, and then we'll be all good to end the episode. After a 15-minute cab ride, you arrive at a well-kept apartment building. The cab driver was probably like, why do you smell like dead cats, orphan guts, and Dark Stranger's brains? This is it, the cabbie says as he stops in front of the building. This is our third time going to Mr. Foster's office, and we're probably like, wow, look at this building, I've never seen it before, so cool. You go to Mr. Foster. A doorman in a bright red uniform holds the door open as you head to the elevators. Good evening, Mr. DeMar, he says as you pass. I just want to go to Mr. Foster, please. The elevator arrives and the door opens, revealing a nice hallway with doors on either side. On the left is room 13, and on the right is room 12. It's doing the thing where it's like a little kid again. I'm really not a fan of this. Oh wait, I mean, oh, good job, AI Dungeon. Thanks for telling me about the rooms. Yay. I just want to go to Mr. Foster to end this. Like, I've said go to Mr. Foster 5 times now. You knock on the door and hear a loud, come in. You open the door and find yourself face to face with a huge man. He looks like he could wrestle bears barehanded. Mr. Foster? He even forgot what Mr. Foster looked like. In the flesh, kid. What's up? I'm here to see Mr. Foster. Why would you say that to Mr. Foster? What? He looks you up and down, probably checking to see if you were someone else. I said, I killed Dark Stranger. I'm here for my payment. He laughs and leads you to the living room. He sits down in a large leather chair and motions for you to do the same on a love seat across from him. So you killed Dark Stranger, huh? That's great, kid. As a result, you're in the clear with the Crimson Claws, and you don't have to worry about us ever again. I was never who is he talking about? I was never worried about the Crimson Claws. I was doing this for money. I said, I'd like my payment, thanks. Mr. Foster tells you to wait a moment as he heads to the desk in the back and picks up a manila folder. He lays down several photographs and begins looking over them carefully. I just said, hurry up. He lays a finger alongside his nose and looks up at you from the chair. You sure you killed him? Yeah, I put 2 in his chest. No, we shot him through the head with a Nerf dart, but you know what? It works, it's fine. Well, you sure you don't work for him? You look a little young to have killed the man. You can kill a man at any age. You could kill a person at 3 years old if you had the right utilities. You know what? I'm gonna tell him that. I said, oh, my bad. I didn't realize there was an age limit for murder. He laughs and takes his finger away from his nose. All right. No need to rub it in, kid. I believe you. Here's your payment. I just realized that this guy was undressing me earlier because I called him daddy and neither of us remember each other. What a weird society to be a part of. I just said, thanks, daddy. He hands you a crisp $1,000 bill and you stare at it in disbelief. Thanks, you say, and head for the door. You spend the money on the latest in weaponry, the bubble blower, and live happily ever after. You walk out of the building and hail a cab, climbing in and giving the driver 20 feet away. You pull out the envelope and give the cabbie his change, then sit back to count your money. He only has a $1,000 bill. What is he gonna do? He just pulls the $1,000 bill out. 1,000. Like, is that how he's counting it? I don't understand. Okay, well, that's gonna be the end of this story. I feel like that was a really productive and successful story. Also, this is one of my favorite scenarios that I've reviewed so far. Every scenario I've reviewed has been really good, and I've had a lot of fun with all of them, but this one just worked. I don't know. There was a lot of redundancy and a lot of like child storytelling by the AI, but like that's the AI. What can you do about it? The story itself was intriguing to me, and I enjoyed being able to pull out the Nerf gun and shoot him in the head to kill him. That was one of my favorite parts. So great story, great job, whoever created this. I can't remember whose name it was, but you can play this one for yourself. The link can be found in the comments of not this video, but the last AI dungeon video. Also, if you go back to the beginning, you can see what the name of it was, and you can search it up that way on AI Dungeon. I'd love to see everybody else's results on this story if you decide to play it. You can leave those in the comments below, or you can share them with me on our Discord server. Our Discord link, as well as our other social media links, can be found in the description below. We would love to see you guys over there. It is a big support to us whenever you come and interact with us over there, as well as on here. Also, be sure to share these videos with your friends and anybody else who might enjoy them. Right now, being a smaller YouTube community, the best way to grow the channel is through sharing the channel with other people, leaving likes and comments on all the videos, making sure that you're subscribed, and finally watching the videos all the way through, because watch time is very important to YouTube and how much it will push these videos. Overall though, the support from my main community members is extremely great, and I love that. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. You guys are the reason why I do this. I love to make people happy, and I love to make people feel better when they're having a hard time. So thank you for being a part of this community and this channel. Even if this is your first time here, thank you and welcome. And other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys next time.